went to work today. Like Rishi, Rishi got fired. I was laid off for a while. That shit is not fun. Let me tell you. I have a job now, so I can feel better. I can talk about it. But when I was laid off for about 9 months. It's like an unemployment baby right there, and shit was not cool. It got really bad. It got so bad. It got to a point where basically what I would do with my day is that I would wake up, go out with my friends late, get drunk with my friends, go home, and then I would drunk email my resume to people. I would just like type in the subject line, "Hey, you up?" Please see attached. It's good to have a job. I can take girls out on dates, but then dating, that's another obstacle right there. Dating is fucking terrible. I try to make a good impression on the date, but I just fail right away. I had a date with this girl, and we met at a bar, and I go into the bar, and I see her waiting there, and I go up to her, "Hey, I'm Frank, nice to meet you." She looks at me, she's like, "Yeah, I saw you when you came in." She was like, "You look exactly like your Tinder profile." And I was like, "Oh, thank you very much." She was like, "I pride myself on not catfishing people, like, I show people who I really am, so thank you very much." She's like, no. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that you're wearing the exact same outfit you're wearing your Tinder profile. I was. It was embarrassing. You guys date? You guys an island? Oh, I need a couple. Well, all right. Here's a premise by saying so. Like, I like to watch. I watch porn. But the kind of porn I watch, I watch amateur porn, but it's only between a boyfriend and a girlfriend having sex in the studio apartment. Because I'm single and I don't have that in my life, so I need something to reflect off, a goal, if you will. So I like to look at relationships blossoming on Pornhub. It's a special situation. It's special. They want to share it with everybody. It's great. The best part about those videos is that it's the same scenario. There's a guy and a girl having sex, and then they're playing music in the background. And what I like to do, I like to pull out my phone and Shazam the songs that play. Real creepy like. And then I realized something, after months and months of research, I realized only 2 kinds of songs are being played during these videos. One is 90s R&B, and 2, Paramore. No, don't know why, just people like to fuck with Paramore. I don't know, man. That's what I realized, guys. Hey, you guys married? You guys together? How long you guys been married? 29 and a half years. Wow. I have to say, you guys would make an excellent video. That's 29 years of just. Wow. Because you already know each other, like what to do. It'll be like a quick video, like it'll just be like 3 minutes. And it'll be good though. It'll be really good. As opposed to somebody you just met somebody for you've been dating 2 months. Your video would be 10 minutes, but it'd be 3 minutes fumbling around and shit, and it's just I can't get off on that, man. 29 and a half years, ooh, God. That's a great video right there, man. Amazing. You guys read books?
Yeah.
Oh shit, y'all some losers. No. I should be reading more. I don't. I just try to watch the movie whenever they want to make the movie. I just do that. I'm lazy that way. I have my friends. These group of friends. They actually read books and then they go watch the movie and they critique. They judge, get the difference. It's very annoying. But they very annoying. They white. I'm not gonna lie. They white. But they cool. But they watched that movie The Martian, and of course they read the book and they were judging it like, oh, the book is so much better. There's all these differences, and this is why the book is better. And I thought back, I was like, what was the only like book to film adaptation I've completed? Like I've read the book and watched the movie, and I thought about it, and I realized that it was Goosebumps. That's it. I'm a sad baby, man. Sad baby. If you're wondering, the books are better. The books are way better. All right. As I said before, from New Jersey. I live in Brooklyn now. Moved to Brooklyn 2 years ago. Love living here. It's amazing. Love all the things about Brooklyn. Love all the things about New York. New York has this weird ability where you can like experience something really cool and you're like, oh wow, that's amazing, and then right after you feel shitty about yourself. I'll explain, of course, in joke form. One time I was walking down the street and I saw a Lamborghini just pull up alongside me. I was like, oh shit, that's a Lamborghini. Like, it's fucking cool. Like, I've never seen a Lamborghini up close. And then I realized that I'm never going to have a Lamborghini in my life. Never. It's not on my vision board, not on my 10-year plan, none of that. Then one time I was walking through the park and I saw these two little kids holding hands and they were just swinging their arms like this. And it was really adorable, it was really sweet. Then I realized something. I realized that my jealousy for people in relationships doesn't have an age restriction. Like I saw those two little kids holding hands, little 6-year-olds, so precious, and I was just like, hey! Fuck you guys! Fuck you and your love. All that stuff. Glad to be in New York though. New York is great because I was living in Jersey and I lived in Newark, New Jersey. And if you're familiar with Newark, New Jersey, yeah, that's you may have seen Newark on the news from time to time, and most of the stories are true. Not all of them. Most. All right, like 99% of the stories are accurate. I didn't like growing up. I didn't think like I lived in a bad neighborhood until I realized something about myself when growing up in Newark. I remembered that the McDonald's in Newark would close at 5 p.m. Like that's a signal that you live in a really bad neighborhood where your McDonald's has office hours. You know? And you just, like, growing up, I didn't think about that. I just figured, like, hey, you just got to get your cheeseburgers before dusk. Like, this is something you had to do to survive. It's fine. It's fine now. I was lying before about reading. I do read. What I like to read, I like to read the AM New York. Yes, thank you. If you're not familiar, out-of-towners, with the AM New York, the AM New York is this piece of shit newspaper. Ex-homeless people throw out your face real aggressively on your way to work. And it's a great paper, it's free. It's filled with great articles. Like if you go to the back, there's stuff about varicose vein removal, erotic massages, weird shit like that. Another thing I like about the AM New York is how short the articles are. They're really short stories. Like you can read an article and be done with it by the next stop. It's amazing. Like one time I was reading this article about how there was a rapist in Staten Island. And that was the end of the article. That was it. No additional details required. I was watching that movie, Mrs. Doubtfire. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. This is a good movie. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. And I realized about something about Mrs. Doubtfire, about how gangsta Robin Williams is in that movie, how much of a hustler he is. He's so much of a hustler that basically he dressed up like a British nanny to see his kids, but in the same motion, he was actually getting paid by his ex-wife to babysit his own kids. Guy's a fucking genius. Holy shit. Is that crazy? That's fucking amazing. I revel in that genius. I wish. Wow. I like when like time gaps like this, like spaces, dead space, dead air. As a comedian, what you like to do? I like to think about all the bad decisions I've made to get to this point. Like, oh, why did I smoke that weed in 6th grade? I smoked that weed. I'll do one last story, and I'll get up out of your lovely faces. So Mother's Day is approaching. That's great. Clap for moms. So about 4 years ago, my mom, she actually passed away. I know, super sad and stuff. But I remember, like, she was so wonderful and so great and so loving, but she was also, like, very tough loving. I remember one time I was about 7 years old. It was Christmas time, and had a lot of questions about Santa. A lot of shit didn't add up. A lot of shit didn't make sense. Go straight to mom with all my questions. I was like, "Hey, mom, we live in an apartment building, and there are no chimneys. How does Santa get his gifts in?" And then she looked at me. She said, "He goes to the windows." She kind of said that to shut me up. I was like, "Mom, we live in a really bad neighborhood. There are metal bars on the windows. There's no way Santa get his gifts in." She said, "Yeah, he leaves them at the front door." I said, "Mom, again, we live in a really bad neighborhood. If someone were to leave the gifts at the front door, they will be stolen." And then she kneeled down in front of me like this. And she looked me in my eye. And she said, "When someone left you at my front door, no one stole you." Guys, it was at that moment when I realized two things. One, Santa Claus is possibly my father. And two, my mom was a mean-spirited bitch.
Did I mention that before? Great crowds. Golden. Fire. Where's the sun? Thank you, buddy. It's good up here. Gotta put some sunblock on. It's so hot. UV rays. The comedy UV rays. Patagonia flannel. Yeah. Looks good. Everybody's here.